I know you've probably seen this on social media, but a lot of people are coming out of Canada right now and they're complaining about the massive inflation rate because of some of the policies that Trudeau has done. But it always reminds me, like when I see people saying like, I'm making $40 an hour in Canada and I can't afford groceries, or I can't afford to pay for my rent, or put petrol in my car. And it's like, what? But then it's like me being a Bitcoiner, I understand that this massive overspending, this massive overhead of government monetary policy, it starts to trickle down and start to, kind of embrace society in all the worst ways. And I just see people on Twitter, social media, kind of like giving Bitcoiners like, a tough time if the price isn't high. And then on the flip of the coin, they'll start complaining about the cost of groceries or oil or products in the store. So it's just interesting to see and hear it, man.
Yeah, and I mean, if my interpretation of that is like they call it the cost of living crisis, but I would say it is the fiat resource allocation crisis, right? Like we live in a time with so much abundance, yet we waste 60% of the food that we grow. No one even eats it, right? So that's a resource allocation crisis. And people don't realize that the poorness of their fiat, the weakness of their measuring and communication tool for money and for value is effectively what is creating both this facade that, hey, I'm making so much money, yet it buys me nothing. And at the same time, we are not building and growing and shipping the things that people actually need, right? So it turns into this world where everyone has plenty of money, not enough money to actually get you anything that you need, right? And it creates this like almost synthetic scarcity. And I think, again, when I look at the world, I think of everything as protocols, operating systems, and ways for humans to actually scale better and allocate resources better. That's everything that we do is built on that. It's either in reaction to that or it's to build the better iteration of that. So I even think of religion as that way. Like people don't think of like, look, Jewish based Christianic. I don't know the proper terms. I'm not really that adept at communicating about religion, but these monotheistic religions, they actually showed people a way of life that at the time made them more competitive than people that followed other religions. And it helped them scale and organize more effectively, which turned into them being able to wield violence more effectively, which turned into them building bigger, stronger societies that eventually dominated the world. It's a mental operating system. It is a way of life that creates better scale. I think the same is true for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a mental operating system that creates better scale.